Okay, so here's a quick tour of the trailer. Um, I put it together kind of on the road over at my brother's, so not everything's totally done, but for the most part, a lot of the stuff's there. So, from the front of the trailer, there's a shower, and the cool thing about this trailer is like everything's off grid, so I can be out in the middle of the woods, no power, no water, and be okay. So anyway, the shower runs off this 50-gallon drum of water, and then inside of it here, there's that's the shower, right? And basically, what I can do is I can take a shower, and it runs through this on-demand hot water heater that I have some propane tanks in front of the trailer, so I can take like a nice hot shower. Um, Being limited with water, you can't really take that long of a shower. So what I'll do is I'll like get most of the grime off of me, and then um, I just use like this garden adapter so I can turn off the clean water, and then I can basically recirculate whatever water um, is coming through. So like if I want to take like a half-hour shower, I can just do that. This is just to turn the water on. But yeah, so the water pressure is built off of this DC pump. So this basically dictates the input to the pump, goes to the pump through the hot water heater and out. A lot of people ask as far as the bathroom. So basically, I have a compost toilet. A lot of people get pretty grossed out about that, but honestly, there's no smell at all about it. And yeah, my buddy Kyle likes to laugh and call it my adult human litter box. So, um, yeah, other than that's kind of like the bathroom. And then on this wall for now, I think it's gonna stay, but I got all my kite gear. So I got like 4 or 5 kites all hung up, skateboard. Um, I've got this E-Track mounting system, which is pretty cool. They use it like in semi trucks, so I use that throughout the trailer. I got this chest that holds like a lot of my backpacking and camping gear, and then this mirror I think I'm gonna hang on the wall there. Um, so yeah, moving on. Up top, I got a couple books, some food, and a microwave. And then I got this fridge freezer, which is awesome. It runs on 65 watts. And I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's only when the compressor runs, which is not that often. The compressor isn't even running right now. So like that's basically what like an old school incandescent light bulb runs off of. So it's super efficient. You open it from the top like a cooler, and I got a lot of stuff packed in there now. Um, but yeah, you open it from the top so none of the cold air comes out. And then here's like the freezer section. So I got some burritos and frozen bananas for smoothies and stuff. So it's pretty cool to be able to have a freezer on the road. And then down below, a lot of this stuff I need to figure out yet. Storage space. I got some food, and then way too many tools. But the cool thing is I'll be able to handle a bunch of different situations that might come up. So then this is the back of the trailer. I guess we'll come back to that in just a minute. But underneath, this will all get cleaned up a bit. But basically, I've got my mountain bike and then a bunch of other gear, and I got my surfboard back there. So I can go surfing, mountain biking, inflatable stand-up paddleboard, kiteboarding. I can do all sorts of stuff. I also have a grill down there, a little propane grill. This cooler's mainly just used for storage and as a step, but the bed is just built off 2x4s, kind of like a boat dock, and then it goes off this E-Track system. where you can hang like, you know, these brackets to put a 2x4 or any of these rings, which are really nice to get some stuff out of the way. Moving on is kind of like the kitchen area. I still have to do my sink, but yeah, ample space. I have a massive junk drawer. But one cool thing with this is I've got AC power in here. So it's not efficient to run the AC all the time. So what I did was, there's a big battery in the back of the Jeep that I'll show you, but basically, like, I like to make a lot of smoothies, and these blenders take a ton of power, but what I can do is there's no power, it's plugged in, but then I can take this key fob that I just Velcro on the wall, and I can click A, you hear like a beep, the microwave turned on, and then I got... That didn't sound so good dry. I got enough power to run the Vitamix though. Yeah, so then there's a 3-way switch here, which will turn on and off all the lights, along with another 3-way there that I put all through conduit. Here I have some USB ports, so I'll mount my GoPro there. I can plug in, I can charge, you know, my phone, camera battery, anything else. A key rack, and then all my clothing I just put in these milk crates that I mounted to the wall, and then I zip tied them together, and then I put like my CamelBak and, you know, other bags to kind of block it so when I'm driving down the road. And last but not least, the kiteboard goes there, along with, you know, axe and umbrella, paddle, a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, some other cool features that it's got. I have another key fob here that has 4 outputs. So the lights, I've got 5 lights that are really energy efficient. They're all LED, and I put them off into zones. So like A does the front, B does the 2 middle, and C does the back. So I can, you know, not use that much electricity, and I can dictate like what lights to turn on. The other cool thing, this fan in here, so like if I open the vent, I can be, you know, wherever in the trailer, because you need a remote because it's so big. You just hit D, and that'll turn the fan on, which I currently have turned off, but there you go. So you do that, and then the fan turns on and off. Okay, so other cool features. I got some hammocks. So I was gonna sleep in this bed. I've only slept in it a couple nights, but honestly I just like sleeping in the hammock more. So I'll set the hammocks up real quick and show you that. So the hammocks just clip to some of those rings on the E-Track system. So they're pretty nice because I can just keep all my sheets in the hammock, and then the second hammock I can just put I can put like any camera gear or laptop or anything like that that I want to be protected when I'm going down the road. Alright, sweet. So hammocks are set up. Usually I just jump either on this counter or the chest, and I can just hang out here, check out the view, look out the window. Yeah, so from the hammocks that's kind of the view. And then I got this, which is pretty cool. Projector screen that I can pull down. So basically I just put a little, yeah, where is it? Right here. This little battery operated projector. I just mount that there. So yeah, that's battery operated, or I can just run it off the USB, which I always have 12-volt power. And then I can just hang out from in the hammocks and watch Netflix. Yeah. So another cool part of the hammocks is, yeah, no bear, sweet. The back of the trailer folds down. Let me unlock this. Yeah, so that's what it looks like folded down. Come out. There's the door. And then let me show you the view real quick. So yeah. From the hammock, you can just hang here, check out whatever the view is. They've got these cool little pouches. So basically what I'll do is I'll take the remote for the lights and the fan, the remote for the projector, and anything else that I want, and I just kind of sleep from the hammock, you know, hang out here for a bit, relax, stress out as much as possible. All right, so now on to the Jeep. I think that is about it though. So power, how does the power work? Okay, so power basically, all the 12 volt comes through the 7-pin on the trailer. So that powers everything except for the microwave, the Vitamix, and anything that would be in like a normal house outlet. So everything from the house outlet, I just have this plug right here. It just looks like the male portion of a house outlet, and I run that into the Jeep. I know the camera work probably could use some work, but this is part one. So yeah, I've got like the shop connector, so I don't need to be right next to the Jeep, but this isn't always hooked up, and I just pull it out, connect it, and that's it. As far as the power, I got a big 200 amp hour Marine deep cycle battery. So these batteries are good for like discharging and then charging back up. So I was gonna do solar. I don't know, I might maybe one day, just because it's like a little cleaner. But the cool thing with this, yeah, here comes a car. The cool thing with this is it runs off the alternator. So if it's not sunny, I've always got power. And it doesn't take that long to charge. And then I've got a bunch of power control stuff on top that I wired up. So basically when the ignition's on, the alternator will charge this. And then I got a couple relays and a 2000 watt inverter right there. So Since the inverter isn't efficient to run all the time, that's where the key fob comes in. I basically press the key fob and then the inverter turns on, and then I got household power. So anyway, that is the start of the trailer. I'm sure I'll update more on the road, but I think that's everything. See ya.